Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, this is Petal. Just in case you didn't see that this is Petal. But anyways, welcome to Facts and Two Cents, guys. How are you doing? Hope you are having a fantastic day wherever you are. And my goodness, what a wonderful, wonderful treat we got last night. Harry and Meghan, everybody was asking, like, when are they going to put out their Christmas card? Are they going to put out their Christmas card? And the others on Shutter Island have put out their card and all of that stuff. And in perfect Harry and Meghan style, they dropped their impact report. Like, okay, I know you guys are talking about Christmas card, but here is what is important. Here is what we've been doing all year, and it is amazing. I put a link to this in our community page, so if you have not gotten a chance to read it, you can download the PDF and read all about it. And so it's Archewell Foundation Impact Report, and their new motto, I don't know if it's new, but it's I think they had a different one before. Now it's, we are committed to a simple but profound mission: show up and do good. That's it. Show up, do good. And so that is their mission. That is what they do. That's what they've been doing. And, again, service is universal. And so they have been doing an amazing, amazing job. And of course, we know that picture at the bottom is from David Oyelowo's Girls Foundation, Scholarship Foundation in Nigeria. And also the photo above is Harry and Meghan talking to young people around the world about doing an incredible thing in tech. And so it's the whole impact report details the different foundations and different organizations they're working with around the country, really, and obviously in Africa, and so on and so forth. And so it's really amazing. So these are some of the things that, at least some of the information that's part of the impact report. It says we uplift communities across the globe by investing time and resources into people and places that foster meaningful bond and help people thrive, whether it's finding solutions to address the immediate care of the communities in need or the long-term well-being of a region. We remain responsive to these needs locally and globally. This year, we have supported communities facing humanitarian crises, created space for refugees seeking connection, and have been inspired by women and girls forging their own pathways towards a brighter future. Also from the impact report, it says, we believe in the power of community building as a potent and transformative solution for mental wellness, the cornerstone of our collective well-being. This belief shapes everything we do as we reach communities locally, globally, to inspire positive change through lasting solutions. Through these stories of impact, we can find inspiration, and in these moments, we find joy. And so that's some of what Archewell is about, what they've been about. A lot of the work that they've been doing, it has not been, I would say, in front of a camera. It's been behind the scenes, building these communities, meeting with these individuals and groups of people behind the scenes, and we only find out about it later. For example, when they came to New York to do the mental health initiative that they did here with parents who have lost children due to online bullying, etc. We didn't really know. Like, I didn't know that they were working on that for like a year, really meeting with these families, whether via Zoom, etc., and building these relationships worldwide. And then they were able to come together and then show us what they've been doing and put it out there for the wider community. And also, they've been working with teens and like an Hispanic group in Santa Barbara as well, working with teens, especially in the area of social media and how that affects their mental health. And also, again, with families who have lost children due to craziness and bullying, etc., online. So they are building all of these incredible communities around the world, and in the US. And one of the things they're doing, and they have been a part of building this community for a while, like a couple of years ago when they came to New York, and they did the Intrepid, when they went to the Intrepid Museum for the award ceremony for servicemen and women with invisible wounds. The next day they were we didn't know whether if they were going back home or not, but then we realized they had stayed, and they were in New Jersey, and the army base out in New Jersey, where they welcomed hundreds of Afghan refugees. And so we had pictures and all of that of them where, they sat around, have a meal together, and they visited the camp, and they visited lots of children. They went to their groups and they visited with the women. And so they got to find out about all of these needs. And I know the squad was a part of, because they put out this wish list on Amazon, and the squad was a part of filling their wish list. And then so the Sussexes have remained with them, and they have, there are all different places around the United States where they have welcomed Afghan refugees into the different communities. And so within these communities, one of the things that is happening, you come into a new country, it's hard to, especially if it's English, if you don't speak English, whatever, it's hard to be able to build community. And it's oftentimes people are left lonely and displaced and in so many ways. And so what the Sussexes have been trying to do is, in these areas where there are these groups of refugees coming in, they are creating community. And so as you can see from the map on the right, these are the different areas around the country that Harry and Meghan decided to build communities in these groups, doing exactly what Meghan did with the ladies at Grenfell, is like how they came together with cooking, etc. They are replicating these exact same thing in these communities around the country. And as you can see, they're doing in Oakland, they're doing Oakland. They have arts and craft community in Orange County, storytelling, Montana swimming, San Antonio sewing, Milwaukee sewing, Washington photography, arts and craft in Indiana, hiking in Georgia, sewing in Massachusetts, and Virginia, and cooking in Virginia. And so these are areas that they are working on to help the community and the women, especially coming in, to build community. And so they have these events where they could come and do, whether it's arts and craft or photography, whatever, and really be able to get to know each other and bond and over food. And so Archewell, actually, they wrote something about this specific thing that's if you're reading the impact report, you will also see it there. It says 2 years ago, Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, visited displaced Afghan families who were living on a joint military base in New Jersey in the care of active duty National Guard and Reserve Service members. In speaking with the many women, the Duchess found that they were not only in need of basics like winter coats, but something more profound: a place to build community, a space to cook, a forum to talk to one another, and a safe haven to spend time in good company. She was reminded of the positive impact that the Hub Community Kitchen had on the women who grieved the loss of so much following the Grenfell Tower fire in West London in 2017. It was a place where they gathered and cooked, and a home for a community that was still deeply connected to this day. Following that visit, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex began seeking ideas. The Archewell Foundation mobilized quickly to partner with Team Rubicon and Welcome US to help address the needs of families resettling to the U.S., which can be particularly challenging when it comes to accessing education, employment opportunities, healthcare services. As efforts continued, the Archewell Foundation heard repeatedly about the intense social isolation women in particular were experiencing. With a belief in the power of connection and uplifting communities, the Archewell Foundation launched the Welcome Project in 2023. The Welcome Project supports women led programming that recently resettled Afghan women to help build more inclusive and connected communities. Currently, there are 11 active welcome projects designed to foster a sense of belonging through activities including sewing, art, hiking, swimming, photography, storytelling, and cooking. By facilitating women based programming, the Welcome Project also brings access to critical resources, educational opportunities, workforce development, employment, and entrepreneurship. We know that when women are well resourced and empowered, to direct their own futures, they not only build a better life for themselves, but they also dramatically improve the lives of those around them, their families, and their communities. In other words, supporting women means supporting communities. As with the Hub Community Kitchen, the Welcome Project uses the power of food to bring people together. In addition to the specific focus of each program, welcome dinners serve as an opportunity for the participants of the project to come together over a shared meal. And it is so wonderful to see that the Hub Community Kitchen, that model is not just there, that Meghan has taken that model and then here they are doing the same thing with these women to create community. And again, all over the country, I'm assuming this will branch out to other areas as well, as long as there are women, coming into different cities, whatever cities they are. And it's just, it is wonderful. It is absolutely wonderful. And again, we've all moved, and maybe it's a little bit on a smaller scale, but especially when you've moved countries. I know I moved countries, and it is difficult. It is scary. It is like, especially you're in this city and you don't know anybody and everyone seems to know everybody except you. It is really wild to be able, to start making friends and it is really, really challenging. And so it's wonderful to see that these communities are forming around the country so that women coming in, and hopefully it doesn't just stay with the Afghan women, for other women from other places coming into the US, that they can, branch out and help those women as well. But for now, it's the Afghan women. So it's wonderful. It is absolutely wonderful to see. And then they're doing it over meals, so that's great. And again, wonderful work, Archewell. And also coming out today, the Sussex's finances, which of course the British press is trying every which way to make it into a negative. I was like, dude, if I had 8 million, or what is it, $8 or $11 million in my bank at the end of, just a 4-year stuff, and I still have 8 million, I'm like, that's a positive. It's only stupid people would look at the Sussex's financials and think, oh, they've lost money. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. It's, again, the British tabloids write for idiots, and they know people, they literally know their readers, and they know people are stupid enough to believe what they say. So anyway, so BBC has a little bit about it. It says Prince Harry and Meghan's charity makes 1.2 million in donations. Prince Harry and Meghan's Archewell organization donate grants of 1.2 million, or an estimated 950,000 pounds, to charity this year, its annual report reveals. Under the banner Show Up and Do Good, the foundation backed projects ranging from helping Afghan women in the US to tackling misinformation. So there's also support for a Mind charity made famous by Princess Diana. U.S. Tax filings show donation at the same level as last year, with Archewell now holding funds of more than $11 million. While much has been written about this high-profile couple, the Archewell Foundation report from 2023 and tax information of 2022 casts a clearer financial light on the Prince Harry and Meghan's working lives in the United States. And a little bit from the article that's not on the screen, it says tax filings for 2022 published this year shows donation of 1.2 million from the foundation includes 100,000 for the Halo Trust, a mind clearing charity once supported by Princess Diana, which Harry is a patron of. Other funded projects included 200,000 for the Gender Justice Project in Washington, a 125,000 for a civil rights charity, and 100,000 for a project promoting responsible use of technology. Archewell was launched with an initial startup revenue of 13 million in 2021, with further 2 million raised in 2021 and 5 million in 2022, making grants of 5.4 million across these years. A tax revenue showed that the foundation spent more than it received in 2022, but the gap of 674,000 was less than the 8 million in remaining funding, which any smart person can figure out, which has since risen to 11.2 million. So they have 11.2 million in the bank. The most recent tax return shows that Prince Harry and Meghan do not draw an income from the charity and are listed as directors working an average of an hour per week. But Archewell has an annual salary bill of more $640,000. And so, yeah, their staff is well paid because they do an amazing job, and Archewell pays well. And so James Holt and his staff at Archewell Foundation are doing amazing, and they get paid to do an amazing job. So kudos to them. And it's so funny that they always hop on Harry and Meghan work an hour a week. That is standard. That's what, executives who are not on the book, they always just put 1 hour. Doesn't mean they only work an hour. Just that's what they put there for tax purposes. And so, but never mind. The British tabloids will tell you otherwise, obviously. But yeah, I mean, Harry and Meghan, they started out with 13 million. They added 7 basically and gave out 5. They are now back to about 11 million. And so they are doing well. They are doing absolutely well. I'm so very proud of them. Again, these are people not taxpayer funded. This is all on their own. They're raising their funds on their own. They're doing their stuff on their own, all without the help of the royal family, all without the help of British taxpayers. And for those who are talking about, the first days they started out with 13 million, have only raised, 5 and 2 million successive years. PA Media says, Archewell said it was not unusual for a high-profile foundation to receive a significant influx of funding in the first year to be used over several years as part of a financial plan to build its philanthropic work. It said, it is most fiscally responsible not to continue to raise large sums of money with millions still in reserve, which they have. They have about 11 million still in reserve. In 2022, Archewell Foundation focused on building out original programming that successfully launched in 2023. It added, the Archewell Foundation is grateful for such a successful year and look forward to continued growth in 2024. So they are doing fantastic. Definitely, there are about 34 different organizations that they work with, that they fund or they have started. So definitely go through the impact report. It is amazing. It is inspiring to see, again, non-taxpayer funded royals having an impact. And then you kind of compare it to the sort of busy work on Shutter Island that are, they are 86 million pound funded. and their impact is not nearly what we're seeing here. And again, a few days ago, I've been asking, have anybody seen the impact for, say, Princess Anne, who apparently does the most work in the royal household? Has anybody seen an impact report? No. No one has seen anything. She does a lot of stuff, but no one has seen the kind of impact. I mean, Harry and Meghan, if you go through the impact report, they put it there by the numbers. So you know how many people they've reached. They know how many organizations they've worked with. They know the percentage of the people that their programs are helping. It's all there for you to read, and it is amazingly laid out. It is, I mean, hello. They have nothing to hide. They're doing a great job. And this is also for people who are like, well, what are they doing in Montecito? Why aren't they, they're not producing, or they're not doing any public facing stuff. Hollywood has kicked them to the curb, and all the nonsense that people tend to come up with, because two people are actually working and minding their own business and actually making an impact away from the spotlight. Shutter Island can't relate to that, because all of their thing is, we need to get attention. We need publicity. And the only thing we seem to do is doing busy work so people can think we're actually working. Our faves don't have to do that, because they're actually working and they are making an impact on people. So this is absolutely awesome. I am so proud of Harry and Meghan for the work that they're doing. Yeah, Harry and Meghan. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It's a very short video today, but thank you guys for watching. Thank you to our wonderful moderators, Lydia Church, Nelly, Karen M, Cookies and Cream, and Black Queen. Thank you so much for your support and taking care of our chats. Thank you to our wonderful, absolutely amazing Two Cents crew who support the channel. I mean, hello, monthly. I appreciate every single one of you, and who support in the chat or who support via PayPal, Cash App. Huge thank you for all of your support. I love you all, and I will chat with you later. Bye.